The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 180, NASDAQ off 12, S&P's down 15, gold contract up 660, trading 18.11, silver up 11 cents, $23.41 an ounce, light sweet crude still catching the bid, up another 40 cents, $45.29 a barrel. Big numbers out there in oil. Notes and bonds. You know, bottom line, folks, this note and bond, higher price, lower yield, man. I mean, yesterday when you had the market up about 1.5% across the board, note and bonds would not back off. We get the 10-year right now up 5 ticks, 138.13. The 30-year up 20. Now, the 30-year got back in its higher range, folks, at 173.17. And King Dollar. King Dollar still laying at these lows, down 81 ticks, 92.146. The euro's at 118. The yen is at 104.39. The British pound's at 133 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
You know, I had thoughts of turkey and gravy in my head about 5 minutes ago for the first time. It's slipping in, man. It's coming.
Oh,
here we go.
I love it, man. I can see all these tigers
totally.
and tigresses.
I'm serious. I just started saying, you know what? Maybe I'll just eat a lot of turkey and gravy tomorrow. That's my plan.
That's why, and stuffing. Yeah, stuffing.
See, I listen. I can eat them all forever. But then I end up a beached whale. But hey, sometimes that's got to happen on Thanksgiving,
beached
man.
Whale. Oh my God,
it's got to happen sometimes on Thanksgiving. Let's be real.
Totally. And roll right into that cot right next to your kitchen table.
That's right.
Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here. You want to understand defined risk, option strategies, great program, futures. 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test-driven the Thinkorswim platform, very easy to do. You're sitting on the site, hit the banner, bring it up to allow you to trade with paper money. Every trading day, you can follow Kevin and his team. Kevin Hinks, happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning, Tom O'Brien. Good morning, Tommy. Yeah, you know what? I think this market, with all the data that came out between 7:30 and right now, ate too much data and is laying on the couch being tired because
totally.
There's
That's
a lot
perfect.
of, this market just consumed and is trying to digest a lot of data. And, frankly, some of it isn't as good as we'd like. The jobless claims number is going in the wrong direction now for the second week in a row, from 742,000 to now 778. And we just got personal income and outlays. Personal income down 0.7, right? So things going in the wrong direction here a little bit. And let's not, I was just talking with Oliver Rennick, and let's not misunderstand that 30,000 on the Dow is a big number. That's going to bring in, human beings are trading these markets, and that 30,000 number is going to bring in some order flow.
Yes.
And some, some psychological barrier to this market. So the fact that it got up there, hit it, held, and now is backing off is not a surprise to me at all.
No, I know. You know, it's amazing, Kevin, and I was reading a story today, too, about Bitcoin, and it's just amazing, folks, that, the bottom line, people like high numbers. It doesn't matter what sector you're in. It seems that the higher it goes, the more people want to come in. It's like, oh, my God, it's hard to comprehend sometimes. And I was reading the story that all of a sudden, everyone wants to buy Bitcoin again at 20,000. I'm saying to myself, my God, this is like crazy, man. And we know that's what happens. And it doesn't mean it can't go to 30, and it doesn't mean the Dow's not going to go to 50. Okay, but it is amazing, man. They should have a psychological course on that or something in school, man. I think those whoever took that course would make a lot of money, man.
That fear of missing out.
I would love, Tom. I would love to talk about and trade Bitcoin if I could figure out a way to value it.
Yes.
Which I can't.
No, I agree.
And I have tried, believe me. I think it goes up on momentum. It goes down on momentum.
Yeah.
The headlines are kind of fueling it, like you said, on the upside. I have no idea how to value this.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe someday we will. Maybe someday there'll be some, I'm a relationship trader.
Yes.
And I can't just blindly buy something. I got to have a reason or a relationship or something to compare it to, and I just don't see that.
It's a little bit arbitrary. That's how right? It's like, well, it could be 10,000, could be 20,000, could be 50,000. I don't know. We'll see where it ends up. I kind of agree. It's just, and that's why I think it
might be right, Tommy. Right at some point. I just when I figure that out, I will let you know. But so far, not so much.
Give us a call. Perfect.
You know what's so great about what both of you are saying, and this is really important, folks. Okay, I think what has happened in the marketplace, and this is where you have to listen to Kevin's program, and you really want to understand option strategies. This is my theory, Kevin and Tom. Right, that we got into COVID, okay? And, the market itself, I would say as traders, we know we're always in the probability business. There's, if we go back, years ago, the mutual funds always push that just buy something and hold it forever. I've never been in that camp, but if you stay with me for a second, how I think the market's set up. What has happened is this, is that you have the whole new generation of traders that are coming in. And unfortunately in the marketplace, folks, if someone's winning, someone's losing, okay? That being said, I think we're in a whole new dynamic, and this is the big casino. And it's going to get bigger. And if you understand the strategies, folks, okay, inside the option market, you are going to have such an advantage. It's unbelievable, man. It's not like buying and selling a stock, okay? It's what Kevin, it just, yesterday I'm watching him. I says, you know what, man? This is not going to change. All these kids that got in the market, we know once you're in, I call it Hotel California, man, you better get good at it because you can't get out. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Tom, I'll tell you an old trading story that I used to make light of in our day. When someone would come in the pit where I was trading, and you could tell by their actions that they weren't very knowledgeable, my joke would be, hey, you, come over and stand right next to me. Because whatever trade you're doing, I want the other side of.
Yep. Right.
So, and you're getting that. A lot of uninformed investors.
Right.
And I think Robinhood has something to do with that. And, the different, and how inexpensive it is now to trade stock and options. But that's why I think education is more important now than ever.
It is. And when you put that together, this is what's so cool, folks. When you put it together with your view on whatever equity you want to trade. Then you put the strategy on, okay, in the option market. It's a whole different ballgame because there's a whole slew of people, number one, that don't do it. There's a whole other slew of people that do it, and all they're going to do is buy a call or buy a put, and that's the quickest way to go to hell in a handbag, man. So it's pretty cool, man. When you put it together, it's pretty cool. There's no doubt, man. Wild.
Yeah, I believe that we teach that if you're bullish on a stock, buying an out-of-the-money call at a low probability is what most people do, but not what you should do to be successful.
Exactly. Unreal. Well, listen, man, you have a great one, safe one. Have a great Turkey Day, and we look forward to the program in 45 minutes, and we look forward to speaking next Tuesday, Kevin.
Any day that I get to talk to the O'Briens is a good day. Have a great day, guys.
We love you, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin. Have a great holiday, man.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 141. NASDAQ is up 5. S&Ps are down 8.5. We're coming right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 140. You get the Nasdaq up 14, S&P's down 9, and day before Thanksgiving, Tom, we'll see where this market wants to go, man.
Yeah, a little bit of action out of the gate. No real reaction to that 830 number. One thing. Why don't I pull it up to talk about that CNBC had in their article. They talk about continuing claims, always an important number as well. Where am I? But the important one here is that when you start talking about the PUA, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Emergency Programs,
yeah,
right? So you're talking about in one aspect, they surged by 466,000 to 9.15 million, and that's a little bit of a lag versus the initial jobless claims. That's 2 weeks behind. The total receiving benefits rose to 20.45 million for the week ended November 7th, up about 135,000. That compares to just under 1.5 million a year ago. So, you get these numbers of unemployment rate, et cetera, and stuff. But when you start combining all these federal programs, they're still in existence. One of these is that it helps those who have lost their benefits with 13 more weeks of compensation.
I see. So that's what it is. You get.
That's part of it, at least, that qualifies 9.15 million.
You go through the state benefits, and then you get an extra 13 weeks, right?
I believe so. That's what that's saying. So that surged by almost 500,000. That's over 9 million. That's a little bit of a lag, too. You might see that number rise as this stretches. I mean, it's remarkable, right? You have the first huge week of initial jobless claims coming, I believe, late March, early April, one of those weeks. It was the last week in March, maybe, or somewhere around there, right? And so you're talking about 8 months into that, man. So no matter what state you're in, you're coming into some tough territory, and we're going to have a rolling basis. We're dealing with 800,000 new initial claims on a weekly basis.
That's a lot.
Those are going to roll off at some point as well.
Because the new ones, okay, so where are the new ones coming from? That would be the question. That would be folks that hung on, right? Businesses that hung on, then all of a sudden they can't hang on any longer. You got to lay someone off. Because any businesses that are laying people off right now, unfortunately, got to be in tough shape. I mean, realistically. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people, man. you know, and I suspect, you know, we're not going to get any type of stimulus until, what, February, you know what I mean? So
so here's one aspect. What they do is they update these articles because they break it down, you know, with more data. So that's what I was reading. So they do say at least state by state, right? Areas probably, it would make sense, some of the hardest hit areas. Illinois, Chicago, right? Facing some really tough COVID situations with shutdowns, showed the largest weekly jump in claims. Illinois rising 18,000 or 39%. So there you go. Michigan, Washington State, and then you have Louisiana tumbling. So the other way, and Massachusetts as well. I know Massachusetts, pretty decent numbers. Still, it's kind of spiking everywhere. But there you see the states hit the hardest. Illinois is almost 20,000.
No, you can see it because, you know, Kevin's working from home. When I'm on the TD network, they got them all working from home. And I was talking with Dan, and Chicago's a mess, evidently.
That's the only reason I'm more aware than normal, right?
Right.
You know, working
and
with people.
And as one of our Tigers is saying in the den, that's right, I forgot about that, that, you know, what does happen is that with no more outdoor service, well, you might have outdoor service, but in the north and on the west, it's getting cold.
It's tough,
that
right?
hurts a lot of people ASAP. Yeah,
we're coming into December. It's pretty tough to be dining outdoors in December in most of those cities, as we know if you've been there, right?
Yeah, and those bubbles are kind of weird, man. You might as well.
Sorry, those bubbles.
Yeah, they have these bubbles in New York. So they're
your own little confined bubble
outside.
Okay.
It's like an outside tent. And that's how they're trying to serve people. But the feedback on them is kind of weird, man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Right, I know. Everything's a little weird right now, too, to be fair. It is.
Unreal. So let's go take a look at the inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX. Moderna is up 6.5%. Autodesk is on fire, man. Autodesk up 5.8. We'll come back to Autodesk, man. When they come out with good numbers, man, they just go to the moon. Zoom's up 3.4%. Mercado Libre is up 2.6%. Taken away from it is Pinduoduo. How's all about that, huh?
Love it, totally.
Down 4.7%. NetEase is off 3.6%. JD is down 3.3%. Now, that's interesting. Let me go. First, I want to go to China. Those are all Chinese stocks. Let me just see what happened in China last night. So, let me take a look at Shanghai. It was, I here, 1 second. No, Shenzhen. I got to look at Shenzhen. That's down 1.7%. Come on, give me that cursor. Okay, so that was down 1.7% last night. This is like our NASDAQ, folks. Yeah, it was a straight move down. Look at this, man. This is pretty interesting. This has been a consolidation since July. Well, I guess that's not that long. This is...
they really roared back as China pulled themselves out pretty quickly from COVID by just shutting down, you know, everything. Right. I mean, China, man, you want to talk about... like a story of testing, right? They would get like 3 or 6 cases and shut down a city of 10 million people and test everybody.
Right.
So that helped them, you know, roar back earlier than we have for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Autodesk. So let's go take a look at Autodesk because this is a big number. This is up 6% of $15, trading $274.
It's quite the stock. Made it down to 125. The March lows was pre-COVID at like
wild?
215-ish.
They're going to be approaching. They're taking 952 million in 90 days. Next, they're looking to do $1 billion. Look at these numbers, man. These growth numbers: 15% in America, 17% Europe, Middle East, 20% in Asia. And this is all about building, folks. Okay, this is architectural engineering, CAD systems. And this is what a powerhouse this is, man. Holy cow. What a move. This is like a one-win.
Probably a good business. As in, you know, architectural, very, I'm sure. I know nothing about, I can only imagine, though, very heavily dependent in terms of the engineering, construction, platforms, technology, how that might be able to be combined with that, and then a cloud company. There you go, right?
Exactly. And it all hinges, and just about everyone uses it. That's what ends up happening, folks. If you're pushing prints around, the bottom line is that you could work on them, I can work on them, someone else can work on them. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it's basically put together, and, you know.
That's awesome,
yeah. That's huge, man.
Hey, how about let's just jump to Amazon? Why not, man? I was jumping around. Amazon's up 2% right now. Quite a pop.
Look at this.
Right out of the gate. I'm not sure if there's anything driving it or if it's just saying, we haven't gone up in a while enough.
Yeah, and we're in holiday season.
That's right. We're coming in.
Yeah. Nothing, nothing there just yet. But that doesn't mean that, the bottom line, that this is holiday season, and the story yesterday was that they're just trying to hire as many people as they can, man.
I believe it, man. I've already bought items on Target and on Amazon, personal experience, for the holidays coming up. Target's got a good deal going on, cycling those weekly deals. I think Amazon's doing the same thing. Everything always feels like it's on sale, but there are some decent sales going on, as normally the case when you're in November for holiday season, man. They love pushing out product late November for something that you're not going to give somebody for a full 30 days, right? So
I'd hate to be in the retail business, man. Oh my God.
Talk about some competition.
Dow Industrials are down 165, Nasdaq's up 8, S&Ps are off 13. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 138. Nasdaq is flat. S&P's off 11. And we get crude, Tom. Looks like crude inventories fell 754 barrels.
Okay. I wonder what they were looking for. A scanner? Yeah, I don't see what the expectation. There you go. So they were looking for a little bit of a rise. No real reaction in crude, though. 45.32, just sitting there, man, hanging out above $45. as that market looks to get the economy back open, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a run, man. There's no doubt about it.
It sure has, and that's what, like anything else, man. These markets, they're very forward-looking right now. All of these equities have a good 3, 6, 9, 12 months. That's what I like to say. But, geez, when you look at the world now versus the world in 9 or 12 months, it could be like a world of difference, and that's not a long time to wait if it's going to be that big of a difference, right?
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's go to John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Hello, Tom. Tell me, good holidays upcoming to the both of you.
Yeah, you
Hello,
also,
John.
man.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Totally.
Thanks very much. I wanted to ask you, please, about Tesla. As we know, Tesla is going to be added to the S&P 500 index Monday, December 31st. There was some talk that there was an open question: would the inclusion into that index occur in one fell swoop or two stages? I haven't seen any resolution to that question that was raised by S&P itself. Tom, my question to you, sir, is this. Here we are at 552. Do you have any reason to think that the buying pressure in Tesla shares continues driving the price higher right into the 21st of December?
Yeah, I think it will. Because what you have is this. So what happens here, folks, is this, is that you have the S&P 500. You have plenty of mutual funds that have to mimic the S&P 500 in their prospectus, period. Then you have plenty of copy funds that mimic the S&P 500. So what you have is this. The copy funds and the ones that basically don't have it in their prospectus, more than likely they, John and folks, could start buying, you know, when the first rumor came down. What was that, a couple months ago, right? That the S&P may go in.
Tom, the news came out. It was Monday night.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that one, John.
The 16th.
Right, I'm talking. I understand that. Okay, I'm about they missed it. Remember, they put someone else in the S&P 500 about 6 weeks ago. That was a rumor that the Tesla was hoping to get in. So some of the funds probably bought Tesla then to jump it before it. Okay. Now the funds that have in their prospectus can't buy it. Because they're not going to be able to mimic the S&P as it is today. So, you know, there's still a huge amount of buying that has to be done. You know, and so in order, if the way that the prospectus works is that, let's picture, folks, okay, it's saying that, you know, you're going to have the S&P 500. Well, you can't buy it before they're in the S&P 500 because you just went against the prospectus. So, yeah, there's going to be more buying, man. And it's going to be natural buying. You know, doesn't mean it can't pull back a bit. And, yeah, I mean, there's going to be buying in it, man.
It was the company Etsy,
thank
too, that got
thank
added.
you for that input. One thought occurs to me. If, in fact, Tesla shares get bid up to record highs on Friday, December 18th, that would be a spot, would be my guess. I might actually take a shot at shorting Tesla, should that occur on that date, the 18th.
Well, this is what's so cool what you're saying, John. So picture this. Folks, this is how this works on the other side of that. So picture that everyone's in now because they have to buy it. They have to buy it by stature, okay, by that's inside their prospectus. Then all of a sudden, the S&P pulls back. As the S&P pulls back, this is going to be the same chicken or the egg. Because they're going to have to sell it, John. So, yeah, I think it's a good plan looking forward because that's how that works. That's what's so wild about understanding the structure inside of these funds and inside of the ETFs, folks. Because that's exactly what would happen, John. That all of a sudden everyone's loaded up. The S&P decides to go south. I don't care if it just goes south 2%. If it goes south 2%, that's enough. That guess what? They start peeling it off. And we know that, you know, and the texture, right now you're paying $542. Well, $237 for a buck of earnings now. Next year they're looking like for $800, I think. You know,
Indeed. I thank you very much for those thoughts. I will just observe, Tom, you you have talked about that market structure, ETF versus index, chicken versus egg phenomena for years now. So it'll be interesting to see come the 18th and the 21st.
Totally.
Yeah.
Cooking, brother.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Have a great
John.
Thanksgiving, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably maybe do it with like buying a put spread or something like that to make sure
the put spread would be the number.
If the cult continues to buy and it goes up. I mean, I was just looking at some of the market caps, just trying to think big deal, right? So Tesla's 524 about, comparatively, right? How, Amazon's 1.6 trillion or something. So you telling me that Tesla's going to rise to $1 trillion company and Amazon's like 1.6? I mean, it's already above Walmart, I believe. I mean, you're entering rarefied territory when you start talking about $1 trillion companies. Yeah, Walmart's only a $429 billion company, man. It's just, getting to an area that I like. Listen, I was looking at put spreads for the first time a couple of days ago. But
Right.
guess what, man? I think, Tesla's probably up $50 since then.
Yeah. And so, hey, Tom, because there's plenty of, we talk all the time with Kevin, the strategist. Tell folks what a put spread is.
Perfect. So let's say you thought the price was going to decrease, right? We'll jump over to the trade section. Actually, we'll jump to the Analyze tab. Kevin's always talking about the Analyze tab. You can add simulated trades here, okay? And you can see, look, I have one in here that I was playing with. There you go. Already. So this is a perfect example, man. So this is a put spread now, I was going out a little bit, all right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what kind of these cost, all right? This is going out to December 11th.
Yeah.
Okay? So these are going out, and the market right now is pricing in implied volatility of a $73 move.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Going out. Now, that is 16 days we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? And what you're doing is that to jump back to the chart, Tesla's at 540, okay? And so what you'd be doing is you're buying a 540 put, okay?
Yeah.
So you're buying an out of the money put, right?
Yep.
It's $10 out of the money, okay? And that trade, the Analyze will drop down to December 11th. We'll go to the 540, and we're going to take a break. We'll finish this up when we come back.
Yes.
Got a lot of spreads. Let me get to the 540. So that 540 put would cost us about $27 right now.
Okay.
I was like, what if we have $100? And you're able to buy back the 440 put, okay?
Yeah.
It's going to basically, you sell back. It gives you $2, and we'll pull up the risk profile.
Cool.
This is what you want to look at here. For one contract, you're risking $2,400 and change, hoping to make $7,500 with that max. But the best part is, right, your losses are capped.
Cool.
And we'll finish it up with another 30 seconds after the break. We'll go over it a little bit.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow Industrials are down 153. NASDAQ is up 7. S&Ps are down 11. Tom, we'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're talking about a put spread on Tesla.
Perfect. So Tesla's trading $552. Now, I was looking at different areas setting it up. I mean, 400 is where this thing just rocketed from when it got put in the S&P, right? I mean, 500 was the high we had back in September on its first run. So jumping back to the Analyze tab, we were looking at this trade that goes out to December 11th, but I'm going to jump real quick to one I just set up over the break, okay? This one expires Friday, okay? And it's a little bit simpler, and that what it is that we're buying a 540 put. You buy a 540 put. We have the right to sell it at 540, and then we're going to sell back the 500 put. And what that does is we take in a little money. It cuts our investment, right? And basically we cut our profits at 500. And when you put that on the profile, I mean, not a bad trade if you think Tesla's going to tank over Thanksgiving into Friday, because you're paying $3.80 right now. And you're selling it at 540, and if you ever just get this thing back to 500, I mean, we were just at 500. That's not crazy, man.
And we're really setting we're really setting it up for after they go into the S&P, right? I mean, it just should give them an idea of what's going on.
Well, I'm jumping around everything from short term to long term. You know what I mean? In terms of you can set up anything. But yes, that's the basic principle, right? You're buying a put, and then what you're able to do is you're able to offset some of your costs by selling a put back further down the line. Because really, when you buy a put, you have unlimited profit potential for Tesla to go to zero. Well, if you don't think Tesla's going to go all the way down there, then you can, be the person that sells back that put to somebody else, taking a little revenue at a different level. So, because Tesla, man, who knows where this thing stops? But at some point, there's going to be a pullback.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And folks, if you got to check out Tommy's newsletter, Rocket Equities. It's right on the front page of TFNN. He's got some great option trades. He gets some great trades in there, but he's got some phenomenal option trades all the time.
I appreciate it, man.
Let's get over to our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestad, as we do each and every Wednesday. And folks, you can reach Teddy every trading day at forex-trading-unlock.com. That's forex-trading-unlock.com. Teddy Cakestad, what's going on?
Thanksgiving, guys. I hope you guys have a happy, safe holiday ahead of you.
And you also,
You
man.
too, Teddy.
That's
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
This is always a great time of the year, man.
Yep. Well, holiday markets, I think, is what most people can expect for the currencies today and probably even on Friday.
Yes.
I do like your last segment, by the way, on the put spreads and stuff like that. I was having a conversation about how with this rally right now, what's going on. And I told some people already. They have, especially like Tesla and some other things, it's hard to put option plays on those stocks because they're so expensive, especially the option pricing.
Sure.
But I think that your vertical put spreads, especially selling credit spreads above the market and especially married puts and stuff like that, I think that's going to be a growing momentum thing that's going to impact the market for sure over the next 2 months. So, and it does tie into the currencies actually, because I was looking at like how the CRB is moving. Heating oil is exploding. Oil had obviously a nice move the other day. Gold is kind of sagging, so that's the one weakness that is a little bit questionable, and I don't understand really why there's such a sell-off right now. But the dollar index is holding. We didn't take out the low from August yet. We've been hovering above it, and the most of the lesser currencies are the ones that are stronger against the dollar right now. The pound failed to make a higher move high over the past 2 days, but the euro barely made one today, by a few pips. It's not really holding it. So I think that you're seeing that holiday trade for one,
yes,
and dollar consolidation. I don't think the dollar bears have a chance of really hitting the dollar any harder than it's been.
I think they were waiting for you to come on, Teddy. As you've been on, the dollar just went down 100 ticks.
Of course, absolutely. So, but you look at like the U.S. dollar yen relationship.
Yeah.
So, especially where the market structure, where the equity markets are at right now. I mean, for election and COVID aside, let's look at the fundamentals where we're at right now. As far as on a cost basis for a lot of materials and a lot of the things that keep like the Japanese engine going, it doesn't bode well for a U.S. dollar yen to continue to sag. So there, right there, I think it is truly basing, because your biggest volatility you have now in the yen is to the upside, not the downside. So that tells me that between the interest rate equation, the bonds, their upticking today is kind of a precursor. I think that we're going to see December be a buying bond run. Okay.
Yeah.
So
no, this is interesting, Teddy, because even yesterday when the market was up so dramatic, I couldn't believe the 10 was only down one tick. It was like, really?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and see, you get like, you watch a ticker like I do. You see those things on how you can see the little nuances, like you were just talking about market mechanisms. There's a difference between just trading fundamentally and technically, and also understanding how the market mechanism works.
Right.
And I think that's what we're going to see over the next couple of weeks, is that you're going to see a flurry of bond buying, especially coming in by like the Japanese and stuff. Now, at the counterpoint, I think what they're going to do is start to sell into our rally in our stock market.
Okay.
So, and the reason being is that, the pension funds in Japan are based off of our stock market for one, and when you consider the volatility we've had and where the currency relationship is, and especially where the interest rates are, I could see that you're going to start to see an unloading of profit taking going on globally, not necessarily from U.S. investors. This is from the foreign investors, So the Biden transition, however that goes, I think is irrelevant, but I think you're going to see a bond rally because they're going to go into bonds short term. So that's going to put the bonds, especially as we don't know how these lockdowns where it's going to be with us in 2 months. You mentioned Illinois with the unemployment. Well, they also came out today in Illinois, over 12,000 businesses have shuttered since March, and they're shuttered, gone, done. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
So, and they're expecting another 5,000 to close before the first of the year. That's in the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's insane. So I mean, if you have that kind of an exodus from a major city like that, and I can't speak for what goes on in New York and LA except for what I hear from people, but I live in this area.
Exactly.
And it's a powerhouse engine for this country. So if you have all this business leaving, I mean, think about the tax revenue that will not be coming out of Illinois anymore for the federal government. These numbers are huge, and it's going to hit things very quickly, I think, next year. So I think you're going to see a run-up in bonds, but the dollar is showing that it can't get beaten up very much more. So, I mean, it's good for us. I mean, in a sagging economy and a potential thing like what we have ahead of us, a weak dollar would be good for us, So, but I think you're going to probably see a dollar rally start to emerge short term over the next couple of weeks after the bonds rally first.
Yeah, this unemployment and business shutting is a big deal. Because what happens in Chicago, too, folks, I mean, you can go back to the cattle days. Chicago is a dynamic, it's in the middle of the country, and there's people that come in from everywhere to Chicago. You've seen it, Teddy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like when you guys, you're not in the city now anymore. Everyone's out of the city. So no one's coming in and visiting. They have this huge, it's a very early city. Everyone's in early. So
O'Hare finally did a little over 1 million people 2 days ago, which is like still down 30%. O'Hare usually has 3.5 to 4 million people travel through it a day.
Yep.
And they finally broke the 1 million people mark. And that's because we have the holidays coming up.
Right.
That's the only real reason. Verizon, I just found out Verizon did a midnight move. You know how everyone's working from home?
Yes.
Out in Schaumburg, which is a big suburb of Chicago, where they have a lot of corporate area, interest and stuff. Verizon and a couple other companies did a midnight move. They're gone. They left. They shuttered and they're gone.
Tense.
Yeah. So
Well, listen,
not good
man,
for the restaurant.
You have a great Thanksgiving, safe one. We look forward to speaking to you next Wednesday, Teddy.
Yep, the markets will be swinging again next week after the holiday.
They'll be swinging. And folks, you can reach Teddy every trading day at forex-trading-unlock.com. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam! Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 126. NASDAQ up 22. S&Ps are down 8. And we get a couple questions about the GDX. And I did buy the GDX this morning, folks, okay? And I can show you why. My take on it is that, you know, you're going down to these June levels. You can put a couple points underneath it as the stop. Bottom line, my take is that this GDX wants to run into this 37. Right now you're at 33.90. That'd be just what happens when you're at these lower levels like this, which is pretty cool. That could be a dead cat bounce, but the bottom line is that's still a decent move. And we'll find out if, in fact, that dollar's going to break. You know, the dollar this morning, you know, and you have to be careful because it is no doubt holiday trading. You know, it's laying right there. You know, we're down 222. 91,746 is the number, and we hit 91,928. So we'll see how this shakes out next couple of days, man.
I was going to say holiday trading, man. Amazon's now up 2.5%. Yeah. Quite an acceleration for a company that size today. Microsoft flat. What's Apple doing some of these days? Yeah, Apple's up 1.1%. Amazon, though, man. And it's not, Walmart's not up. maybe 0.3. Target's up 0.1. Amazon, though, up 2.5%.
Yeah. The king.
Oh, man, watch out.
So
he's got is Jeff Bezos getting a little bit dicey with Elon, the man?
I know, because they got a little razzmatazz going back and forth with each other.
You think Elon's going to tweet anything the day he might surpass Bezos, man?
Yeah. I guess that's with Gates that Elon has something going with. Yeah, that's right.
It is, yes. But, maybe it's going to be with Bezos now since he's the next guy in his sights.
My God, unreal.
Pretty cool.
Gotta love it. Well, listen, folks,
pretty cool.
Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there. We got Think of Swimming coming up next. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you.
Yeah. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Look at him, folks.